Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Rogue Core. Today, we are playing some Guardian, and I have switched out one of his Bio Booster decks with one from Slicer, the Carnage Bio Booster deck, which has Seeing Red, Death Resonance, Bloodlust, and Momentum. His normal Bio Booster deck is Protection, which has Damage Reflection, Daunting, Defensive Stance, and Sturdiness. Note, I don't think the defensive Bio Booster deck is very good, the best one being Sturdiness, because it works with some of the other armor upgrades. I don't remember which ones. I do know Flux Capacitor is one that works with it, but there is a lot of upgrades that just work off of max armor, like 10% of your armor. Like, where is it? The one that I'm specifically thinking of. It is Armor Charger, not that one. It's a different one. I don't remember what it is. I thought it was one of these. It's Magnetic Propulsion for every 10% armor active, which doesn't matter for, like, I have 300 armor, and I am missing, 150 of it. So now it's only 50%. It doesn't matter that I have 150, which is way more and above the base armor value. It's just I wish it was a little bit different, but anyway, that's besides the point. Anyway, we are going in with the Carnage Bio Booster deck, because Seeing Red, or excuse me, Death Resonance seems like an insane ability to have, with Guardian having a ability that you pop it, and then it lowers down over 4 seconds, and if you kill something, it probably extends the duration by a little bit. So we're going to be playing around with basically being untouchable, hopefully, if we get the Bio Booster. But we probably will, because I'm going on a 6 or a 5 long mission. Looks like it's going to be either a 5 or a 6. We've played a decent amount with this boss, so let's go play with the other boss. Yes, this is at a complexity 1, but that's completely fine with me. We also can do a depth 6. I mostly just want to do a depth 5 because at a certain point in every single run, it is a moment of, oh yeah, I can beat the boss with this. And that makes it a little bit weirder. Maybe we should do the gauntlet eventually. Not really too sure what I'm doing here.
I really hope I brought the right gun for this mission.
Excuse me, that's not what you don't bring a gun to this because okay, so let me explain to you some of the lore of Rogue Core. So, as you can see, there is a giant barrier, is what it's called. There it is. There is a giant barrier here which blocks entrance into all of the facilities that the core spawn have kind of corrupted. And the barrier messes with a lot of technology and all this. So DRG, or the Reclaimers, one of the two, have developed a technology to breach the barrier. The problem is that there has to be very specialized machinery in order to cross the barrier, and a lot of guns and equipment aren't, suited for that. So, what happens is that the Reclaimers don't bring down any equipment or anything, because passing through this thing will break them. So, we have to hope that the DRG facilities here have weapons and equipment for us. And, the core spawn threat has been escalating ever since the Season 5. So, DRG has supplied their workers with better equipment, with better grenades and all this, and has actually made facilities down here because of the appearance of Expionite. Expionite is one of the major things that made DRG, say, oh, we need to invest in better equipment. This will be one of the major things that is going to be bringing us a lot of money, which is why we see a lot of facilities, why they have, different guns and things, and that's mainly all of that. So, that is a lot of the reason why we see, things that we don't see in DRG. Maybe the Greyout didn't happen, and yeah, there was a major event called the Greyout that happened. We're not too sure of the details. All that's happened is that the Greyout event is something that activated, the core spawn got angry, or, something where a lot of the actual facilities that DRG set up across the planet to mine Expionite. Good job, good job. Get it. These guys suck, by the way. Can we just... I have a not very accurate weapon, and these guys are, like, trying to clown on me. Because they are... I don't actually know where he went. Hello? Can you... Please die. Thank you. Alright, where's that thing? Why is it all the... Okay, no, that's another one. I have to go kill that one as well. Great. So, the grayout happened and just caused a bunch of facilities to go dark, which is why the Reclaimers were actually were contacted to go deal with the facilities and all that. There is another Surveyor drone. So, what do I think about this event? I think it's a very time-consuming event, considering I have to, you know, deal with all the loudness that is these guys. Luckily, they don't really deal that much damage if they, are stupid, which is... Well, is this guy okay? Okay, you know, I'm not... I really wish they did get closer to you. Alright, so there is a workbench down there, which is why. There's one. I don't know where the other one is. This is another issue that I have with this event, is that it requires you to walk around the cave. If you're solo, it takes a long time to walk around the cave and all that to actually get a hold of everything. It's also an event that I spent a very long time trying to get a hold of to help some of the translators out, and that was a fun ordeal, because I wanted to have better screenshots than one of my videos, so I proceeded to spend a little bit of time, probably 30 minutes of my actual life. Pressure Wave, Run Repulsion Field, the Force Blast. I think the stun on the end is pretty good. I will take that, also. Let's go deal with this stuff, and then, you know, get back on track of talking about whatever the hell I'm talking about. And by, you know, deal with all this bullshit and do all this, I mean, I'm going to get an upgrade real quick and show you all the upgrade. Well, we're GG already. GG. Oh my god! What is this upgrade screen, dude? We have Snapfire Extraction, which is long-term, hey man, you get a bunch of shit for free. Or we have Stunning Recharge, and we're playing fucking Guardian, which has a recharge mechanic base kit. Or, excuse me, a stun mechanic base kit. So we're just gonna take Stunning Recharge and see how absolutely bonkers we can get it. I don't know if it's going to work, like, out of the gate with my Q right-click, or excuse me, Q left-click is what it is. Q right-click will also stun a bunch of bugs, but I don't know if it'll trigger the Stunning Recharge whenever it stuns a bunch of creatures. We'll never know. Also, I did get another one of those guys, but I don't know where its, like, little mineral location is. Oh, it's over there. Okay. This is a lot easier to get a hold of. Look at that. Alright, so that is... We're basically Gucci for the rest of the mission. Like, Stunning Recharge makes it so that I am very safe. I have drills, which, you know, Stunning Recharge works with drills. And, hey man, maybe this is all of a sudden a, hey, this needs to be nerfed into oblivion, because I can do this and take 1 billion points of damage, but I can also just, like what look at what the fuck's happening on screen, dude. Like, actually what's happening on screen, dude. I fucking, who knows what's happening on screen. I am definitely doing stuff to the bugs. And I was thinking, like, oh yeah, we can get some cooldown from Death Resonance and all this, and like, who knows what's going on. Alright, so Hemoforge is currently active. It makes red sugar right now, which makes it very nice to actually have. There's also Cold Blood, which could be good, but, you know, with Stunning Recharge and drills, I don't think we're ever going to be... If I get hit, it's literally because it's skill issue, alright? Or I ran out of ammo, one of the two. I'm just gonna take Chemoforge because it's a lot safer than Cold Blood. And then we're going to, and also it's active right now is another reason why I want it. So yeah, how is everybody's days going? My day is going, like, fantastically well, because so my life has been kinda not really flipped upside down, but it's definitely feels like Prince of Bel-Air territory, where I've been shipped off to somewhere else, and it's like, this place isn't fucking real. Mostly because of some of the shit that's been happening with my family. And that is, it's not even, like, a bad thing. Like, it's absolutely 0% a bad thing of what's been happening with my family. It's just more of, this is still happening. And I think I have talked about it a little bit. And it's just been continuing going, which is wild to me. But I finally got into contact with the person who's been trying to get into contact with my brother and I for a little bit to talk about some things that apparently have been active or, like, hanging around for a very long time, and has finally actually been, he found us, and it's like, yeah, I need to do all this stuff with you. And now he needs my address, and that's about it. And he seems like a reputable sort, so, you know, that's completely fine. Like, who actually cares? Ow. Excuse me, mister. Do you want to go away? I also need to, like, not stand still, because these guys fucking hurt for whatever reason. I mean, not for whatever reason. Like, we all know why they hurt. They, are, like, shooting missiles at me, dude. Anyway, that's been all settled. Finally got a hold of him, you know, all that stuff. What a good thing. 2% chance, damage has a 2% chance to stun. I'm not too sure if that's good or not. I'm going to take it, because the explosive shots is also very good, but I want to not be as reliant on drills and stuff to actually get my full-on recharges. Dude, I don't know where that... Where did all of the stuff go, dude? That is... Not stuff, but you understand what I'm trying to say. Where did the DRG Surveyor drone go? Can I interest you all in fucking dying, please? Because I need to go do stuff, and you guys are kind of in the way. Can you guys go away? Where's the DRG Surveyor drone? My man? Where did it go? Did it just, like, leave? Where is it? Did it fall through the map? Oh, I hear it. How did it get all the way over here? Why did it break down and land on this specific side of the room? Like, oh, I'm not actually too sure why it's over there. Who knows, dude? It's kind of a wild time. Also, Stunning Recharge is apparently very good with that ability right there. I don't think it's that good, but it could be. If I get another Stunning Recharge, we'll absolutely know if it is fucking good. Because I'm going to take another Stunning Recharge if it's available. Because it's kind of going to be ridiculous, regardless of what happens. Okay. Like, this is awkward. Do I take Exposure Shot and go into Critical Hit Chance a little bit? Or do I take Critical Hit Chance and hope to get another Exposure Shot? I think I'll take an Exposure Shot, since it is... I don't know why I can't say Exposure Shot. Exposure Shot, Exposing Shot, Exposing Shot, Exposing Shot. It's kind of a... It's a little bit of a weird thing, isn't it? To say Exposing Shot. There you go. Now I can say it properly, for whatever reason. Man, it's a time to be alive, isn't it? So recently, I was doom scrolling, and I saw a post about Brandon Sanderson Mistborn at some point. And it wasn't even, like, directly related to Mistborn, it just had a, like, key art featuring Mistborn. And Mistborn is one of Brandon Sanderson's, like, starting works to the, like, quote-unquote, the Cosmere and all that. And if you haven't read the Mistborn series, I highly recommend it, because it is a very good set of books. It's 3 books. There is some teenager angst in it, because it's featuring a teenager. But, you know, it's... makes sense. Like, I'm a fanboy. All right, let's be completely honest. I'm a fanboy to Brandon Sanderson's work. I know that there is problems to it. Do I overlook the problems? Oh, absolutely. So anybody from an outside perspective can probably, like, picture all the wrongness with it, but I'm like, yeah, this is, like, I'm perfectly, like, yeah, this is a fantastic book series. I highly enjoyed it. I was enjoying it whenever I listened to it, and I think people should listen to it, because it's just great. Anyway, I was doom scrolling for a little bit, and I found out that Brandon Sanderson had a deal with, I think, Apple TV, or, you know, Apple, or the company, or whatever the hell happened. Brandon Sanderson got a deal with them to make a Mistborn trilogy movie. I don't know if it's going to be one movie that's covering the entire trilogy, or if it's going to be the entire, like, if it's going to be 3 movies, and it's that. Which is fucking wild. It's Apple TV, namely, because, you know, Apple TV also did, I think, did they do the 7 Rings of Power or whatever the hell, and that was completely garbage? You know what? I'm gonna quickly look this up before I start spewing out like nonsense about Apple TV. Rings of Power. This is hey, if you haven't seen me stream, this happens a lot on stream where I just stop playing the game for whatever reason, and I go look things up. Lord of the Rings: Rings of Power is on Prime Video. Is it just Prime? I thought it was Apple TV. Is it Apple TV? Maybe. Is available to rent or purchase on Apple TV. Who knows, dude? Who freaking knows? It hasn't directly stated that it is part of Apple TV, but I am very much willing to bet that it is Apple TV. It's network Amazon Prime. Okay, you know what? That's fine. It's now, I know it's Amazon Prime. What about Wheel of Time, dude? Is that also network producer, Amazon Prime Video? You know what? I need to watch the Wheel of Time series. I have heard some very good stuff about the Wheel of Time books. I have 3 of them. They are just... oh my god. Going from Brandon Sanderson's Mistborn and Stormlight Archives to the start of Wheel of Time, which is a very good book series, as I've heard, is just... everybody says, yeah, the first few books aren't very good. He hasn't, like, hit his stride yet, and all of this. And I'm just like, this is painful to like... It's like Jim Butcher's Dresden Files. He doesn't really hit his stride until, like, the 3rd or 4th book in there. And you can feel that. And it's just, I don't really want to do this stuff. Is it that big of an issue? Not really. Get away from me. Like, seriously, go away. I don't want to deal with you. It's not really that big of an issue. It's more of an issue of I'm a big baby and don't really want to do all this stuff or like struggle through this to get a big thing. I also just have the 3 books. It's more just I've become more of an audiobook person as I've grown older, because, you know, I don't have you know, I don't have that much time or whatever and all that stuff. I still have a lot of time. Hey, look, there's Death Resonance. Sure, we'll take Death Resonance because it's fun. It's mostly that I like to do passive stuff in the background while I'm, like, listening to music, or while I'm listening to the audiobook and whatever. It's literally just because of that. I don't want to sit down and only read a book, dude. Like, traveling in a car, I want to listen to an audiobook, or, you know, working somewhere. We can take Boom You're Dead. I don't know if Boom You're Dead really matters, but Boom You're Dead is okay. It's also going to pollute the sound, so I'm sorry that I just took Boom You're Dead, but, you know, it's a good over. Pardon me. It's a good upgrade. So anyway, that I learned that from doom scrolling, and apparently there's also going to be a TV series with the Stormlight Archives happening with Way of Kings and Kaladin and, you know, Shallan and all of those characters. That one I'm less excited for because I don't really like TV series in the first place. I understand that a movie format has to be like, yeah, we have to segment out the time to be like, is this actually worth showing on screen? Because, you know, we only have an hour and a half to 2 hours. You know, if we really want to push it, we can be 3 hours long. But that is 3 hours is a massive movie, dude. Yeah, how many movies do you know that are actually 3 hours long? I know, like, movies are getting longer and longer as, like, the days come by, but the usual feature-length movie is an hour and 30 minutes, so having to segment out your time in the hour and 30 minutes to be like, is this worth covering in this entire thing, is just... I don't know if it's worth it for that tiny little bit of character building. And with TV shows, hey, you know that little tiny bit of character building? Hey, you know what we can do? Hey, yeah, we can dedicate some time to that because we have like fucking 12 episodes. 12 one-hour episodes to dedicate towards, you know, how this man wipes his own ass or whatever the hell, whatever you really want to talk about that. Like, holy, dude. And I'm looking forward to the movies more just because I don't want to, like, again, I just started talking about how I think TV shows are better and all that, but I'm just like, I don't really want to spend a lot of time to actually interact with the TV show at all, because that's just a lot of my personal time. It's also probably going to be hour-long episodes, which, you know, 30-minute episodes are a lot more digestible to me and the relationship, since that's, like, the allotted time between a break or a lunch break or whatever. Since, you know, we have an hour-long lunch, we proceed to, you know, set up the food and all that, and then spend 30 minutes to watch, like, an anime or something. Because anime is, like... Anime has just been the usual thing that we spend time watching, because that is the consistent, good 30-minute time slots that are just available at most points in time. We can take another Boom, You're Dead. With embedded detonators, that actually makes a lot more sense to grab again. And also, we are, whatever his name is, Guardian. Even though that I've, like, completely checked out of this build, and I'm literally just auto-playing this freaking game, dude. If you haven't realized that, you probably need some glasses or something.
It's only gonna get worse.
What is this, dude? I'm so glad that I took Exposing Shot. What if I take Sweet Surrender over it, dude? And get some Cryo Rocket action? I'm not, but that is kind of insane. I didn't expect a legendary to just, you know, flop itself onto the ground there. It's also, like, not... Okay, listen, I'm gonna bash this legendary for a little bit. It's also not a very good legendary. It's a 15% increase to critical hit chance, you know. I don't... It's, like, global, I know, it's fine. I'm not having trouble dealing damage to bugs. It's gonna help a lot in the boss battle, for sure. But it's just, like... I don't care about it all too much. Anyway, I know that I just spent a lot of time bashing, like, the entire Apple TV and stuff, and, like, it's a different medium. You're not going to get the full experience with books and whatever. I'm still looking forward to both of them, and I'm still going to watch both of them, because I'm a fucking Brandon Sanderson fanboy. What else do you want? I've listened to, read, / whatever, all of his books so far. Every single book that he's made that I can get my grubby little mitts on, I have listened to, and they're all pretty good. I like high fantasy settings. Note, I don't like running high fantasy settings in D&D and all that, but I do like high fantasy settings just naturally. Hello, Bosco. Why are you there? Should I get a resupply? No, I don't actually care about getting a resupply. Yeah, I could probably use the grenades, but it kind of doesn't matter. So yeah, it's just kind of odd to find that out via doom scrolling instead of, you know, one of, like, somebody telling it to me or anything. Then again, the main thing that I get my information from is just doom scrolling. Oh, you know, there was a... I was gonna say some, like, there was a terrorist attack in X, Y, and Z, and I'm just like, you know, that's kind of fucking dark. I don't really wanna talk about that stuff. And it's like, yeah, it happens. Does it really matter? Not really. It doesn't really matter. But it is usually what the news reports on, because the news is... okay, now I'm gonna put on, like, a tinfoil hat and start talking to you about this shit, because this is what I truly believe. I think the news does a lot of fear-mongering stuff, and that the less that you are connected to, like, major news networks, the better that you are. There is still, like, there's a lot of... Also, this fucking AoE has just been lasting forever, dude. But mainly, if you're going to get things from news networks and all that, which, you know, there's a thing about being connected to the wider world and all that, just broaden your search. Like, if you only get your news network from, like, these 3 sources, broaden it to 6. Alright, it's very simple. There is a lot of things that the news networks will, you know, cut out and whatever, just to fit a narrative of whatever the hell they're being paid to do, because, you know, if you don't know that news networks are paid to fit a narrative, then the conspiracy nut I have put on my hat, welcome to it. That's how I see the world, anyway. Maybe I'm just a conspiracy nut and I need to be, like, shuffled off to the White Rooms. I don't actually know. Nor do I care. I'm just here to have a good time. It might not be a long time. Who knows? I guess this is, like, another thing that I'm trying to talk about in Rogue Core. Rogue Core, there's a lot of things that can just happen right now at the moment. Note, this game is in alpha. Keep in mind that they're still balancing the game and all that. So it could get a lot harder. It could also get a lot easier, alright? But the game is in alpha. I have, like, completely checked out of this thing. I'm not really thinking about what I'm clicking. I'm just clicking on knee-jerk reaction. Oh yeah, that looks good. I guess I could also talk about, like, Slay the Spire 2 and stuff, because I've been playing a lot of Slay the Spire 2 recently, and there's definitely been some times in Slay the Spire 2 where I just literally check out of whatever the hell I'm doing. And it's been that has been an entirely different experience than, say, checking out of a Rogue Core thing. Because Rogue Core, I still have to, you know, it's 3D movement and all that. I'm not just, like, clicking cards and deciding where to go, and it's like, whatever. It is a more in-depth checking out. Where the hell is this? Why is this down here, dude? So why is there a cave leech there? And now I need to wonder if I'm actually recording. Yes, I am actually recording. Thank Carl. I am. That's something every single time I press the record button in any certain video. Usually I cut it out because nobody needs to know that I question my existence every once in a while. But I look over to see and talk just randomly to see if it's actually picking up my voice, because there's been a lot of times where what the hell is this, dude? What is this? Oh, it's that. I'm also going to, you know, die via whatever the hell the boomticks are. And where do they come from? Hello? Why are you there? What a weird time. There is a wave happening, which is, I guess it's important for character building and all that. Wow, they popped up right on me, didn't they? There is a Core Spawn Edge Stalker. Hey, look, is something that will actually kill me. Reach or Bloodlust? I think it's going to be Bloodlust because, Reach doesn't really matter all too much. We do have... I think it matters for Boom, You're Dead, but I'm, like, not 100% certain on that, and, you know, don't quote me on anything like that. But I think Reach is a very... not all AoE effects are under the reach thing, which, you know, it should be changed to if they are, they should say that they are, or if they aren't, they should also say that they aren't high. Why are you there? So there's a lot of things that are just that are deceptive for Rogue Core, which is kind of what I was worried about whenever Ghost Ship Games decided that they wanted to do a... That is a lot of bugs. Luckily, they're all dead. Wanted to do a roguelite because, you know, one of their weak things that I think that they don't do very well is very specifically UI work. Are you okay? I have an upgrade available. I want the upgrade. None of this matters? Okay. I guess I can, like, loop back to what I was saying about, the relationship and I usually picking animes or some sort of animated cartoon to watch on break, just because those fit into 30-minute time slots. Why is it that any live-action thing doesn't fit into a 30-minute time slot? It always has to be an hour. I don't understand that. They could... I understand that we could also, you know, break up the watching period into 30-minute segments, and maybe that's a little bit on us, and does it really, like, matter all too much? Probably, and maybe, is the real answer. It's just it's a problem that I have with media at the moment, is a lot of... maybe high-quality things. I don't actually know if they're high-quality or not, because, you know, it's freaking media at this point. I am a person that doesn't really like to... Of course, I am a person who does think about some media that I do consume. I don't think about a lot of it, because, you know, at that point I am... It stops mattering. I consume media for enjoyment, not really fucking thought at all, to be perfectly honest with all of you. So, we're doing the Transmuter event because I feel like I genuinely can do the Transmutation event because it is a very good event. And, I forgot that the Correspond Bruisers don't actually matter for the event at all. We also have Correspond Edgestalkers, which are assholes to the event, and I'm going to have to... Jesus Christ, dude, that was a lot of things that just instantly died in the radius, isn't... You want to die like that? I will throw another grenade, alright? I don't actually have another grenade, which is not very good. I don't have another grenade, alright? I'm sorry if you guys care about hearing Omega saying, "Hey man, can you guys get back into this area, because, you know, I need connection." I need things to die real quick, which is why I'm just leaping in with this thing. I need you guys to die. Okay, we are good. We got 500 XP tonight. That's not a lot, whenever we consider how many things I just murdered, dude. Do we want Hot Feet, Spore Release, or Critical Burn? Well, we already have plus 15% critical chance, so Critical Burn is probably very good. Anyway, I'm gonna go grab the... Oh, we have two. Boom You're Dead again, because making that larger is funny. And then another thing, Volatile Combustion is also very funny, and now this, like... If you think I was checked out before, you're about to see a man who's even more checked out, like... Holy... Oh my god. All of these things, like Critical Burn, is a very powerful overclock. Now, we don't have enough critical hit chance to really make things light on fire. Also, they don't live that long after being lit on fire. Like, you can see how long that man got lit on fire. It's not very good at the moment. Like, seriously, it is just not good. I think most of our damage is coming from Embedded Detonators and Boom You're Dead, and that's really about it. Because Boom You're Dead is... you know, hitting that creature over there for 16 or some bullshit. I don't even know if Embedded Detonators triggers Boom You're Dead, but probably does. It looks like it does. I don't know. Who knows? Alright. Well, we have another wave. Do I get to... Okay. There was a lot of enemies that just popped up in front of my face for, you know, little to adequate reason. Anyway, let's kill this thing. I didn't expect it to pop, dude. I expected it to die, but I didn't expect it to just instantly implode with me touching it all of a sudden. Alright, well, I guess we're getting the hell out of here, because I don't need to be in this room anymore. We take critical dodge, because it works with exposing shot, and also we have 15% critical hit chance. So that means it's 7.5 critical hit, and then it's 5, so you know what? Critical dodge is going to be pretty good. Probably. Maybe. I don't actually know if it matters. It's going to help with the boss fight, that's for sure, because the boss fight is a thing. The boss fight is going to be maybe a little bit of a problem, because of how there's not going to be a lot of dudes for me to get stone skin off of. And also, I don't have anything that makes red sugar yet, besides Hemoforge, and Hemoforge is alright at best. I guess I'm just complaining that live-action things usually take an hour, and an hour is enough time for me to be like, yeah, we can watch one episode of it instead of 2 episodes, or, you know, we can watch however many things, and maybe, I don't know, man, it just feels like it fits less into my time frame. Or the relationship's time frame. Since I'm unemployed, it doesn't really matter what the hell I'm doing. I'm usually just, like, sitting around not doing all too much. To be perfectly honest with you. I mean, recently I've been dealing with the bullshit. I've been dealing with the bullshit from my family, which is kind of fucking funny that I have to deal with it. Dude, things are just dying around me, and I'm not really too sure what's happening, alright? I'm kind of a little bit scared, not gonna lie, about, like, things are happening, they're on screen, dude? Oh, Lord. Alright. We finished the Ramhammer event. It wasn't that hard to deal with. We can take Spore Release finally, because Spore Release is maybe okay. Taking health damage, we're gonna be taking Snapfire Extractor, because that's the thing that will make it so that we can live through the boss. Yes, Damage Dam is very good. It might be even good now, but making some red sugar on the ground is more important to me than just getting whatever the hell Damage Dam even, like, does. Where is... I stopped caring about it. I was about to say, where is the resupply that's close to here? And the answer is, it's, like, up there somewhere, but if we run out of ammo during this wave, you know what? It'll put some pressure on the build, which will be great, because I just saw 500 damage from something up here in the air, so you know what? Are these guys just going to instantly pop? Kind of. I don't know if the embedded detonators can crit, but it definitely feels like something is assuredly happening right now. Alright, I think this is, like, I can meet you back at the boss, and we can see what the hell's happening with the boss, dude. Because I'm just walking through the bugs, dude. I'm killing enough of them, you know, critical stunning recharge stopped mattering, death resonance now started mattering. You know, I could still walk into creatures and just come here, kill them, and, like, that's it. They light on fire so fast with this? What the hell? Like, actually? Okay, no, I'm just, like, losing my mind. Maybe I just didn't crit enough, who knows? Oh, hey, the elevator's here. You talked through that entire thing, huh? Alright, so we have made it to the boss. We're about to see how either absolutely fucked I am or fucked up the boss is going to get. And I have a feeling that okay, well, I guess we know what's happening to the boss. So this is a bit of a time where I have to kind of... The boss does take a lot of skill to actually, like, kill without taking that much damage, especially Gurak. Gurak is like king of doing damage past whatever the hell's happening. Unfortunately for Gurak, it's kind of already dead. Even whenever I don't embed a detonator as that little guy, he's just immediately cooked beyond belief, dude. Oh, bloody hell, dude. Why did I say bloody hell? I knew that attack was coming, I just didn't dodge it enough. And now I need to, like, look at Gurak to make sure he's not gonna absolutely cook my ass alive. He's probably also going to do the AoE attack right as I throw this in. Yeah, he did. I did get hit by it, but it didn't matter. Alright. I said this matters maybe a tiny little bit. And, I think you can see what's happening here. I don't think it mattered. Alright, well that was the build. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. You know, you guys... you know, I love all of you guys. I hope you all have a wonderful night and all of that stuff. Do your freaking stuff, dude. Thank you. So that you can toss this thing down and absolutely get cooked alive. Alright, goodbye. Well, you guys have a wonderful night. I hope to see you all again. And, yeah. I had fun making this out. Yeah, I'll make out with that thing. Look at that. Is that really how we're gonna end the video? Really? Okay, sure.